Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report. Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report, a special edition as I am sitting on Seneca Lake in upstate New York for a couple weeks of family, friends, fun, and a lot of hard work as I take care of some family business back here. Joe Peterson, my broadcast partner, will be taking care of the announcing duties at Antioch Speedway the next couple weeks. I will still be doing the live pre-race show remotely, doing interviews and everything. If everything goes as planned, well, that'll be coming up here on this Saturday night, where of course we have some great racing action with the 360 wing sprint cars in action coming up this Saturday, along with the wingless sprint cars. The Delta Dwarf Cars will be back in action. The J's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks will be there, and the hardtops along with the Wylie Sportsman all in action. 5 divisions of racing this Saturday night, July 31st, 2021. You don't want to miss it. If you can't be there, I gotta ask, why not? You know it's coming. It's Saturday. You mean you go racing at Antioch Speedway. You go out and you pay attention. You watch. You have fun. And if for some strange unbeknownst reason you can't make it, okay, fine. Watch on Antioch Speedway TV. That's right. Slide on over to AntiochSpeedway.tv and subscribe for all the racing action this Saturday, July 31st. So this last weekend we had the wingless sprint cars were in the house, the J's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, the Delta Dwarf Cars, and of course the mini stocks all in action this past Saturday night, the 24th of July. Hey, if you want to get into racing, the mini stocks are a great place to start. Give me a yell. I'll help you out as much as I can, point you in the right direction. Lots of mini stocks out there available, or you can build one fairly easy. And of course, for racing, that's the most inexpensive way we got to go racing out there at Antioch Speedway. But in the main event for the mini stocks, they were the first to hit the track for their main event. Tom Brown out of Santa Rosa, California in his 3R took home the victory, with Eddie Humphreys the third taking home second place out of Torrance, California. Again, Eddie, thanks for the computer for my car. He was in driving the 3RD. Then we had Austin Lodine out of Santa Rosa, California in a 25 car. Thanks for coming back out, Austin. Good to see you there at the racetrack. Then Donna Bitts out of Antioch, California, driving last year's number 23 championship car. Donna's running it. He ran a strong 4th place in Saturday night's racing action. And then Dana Gardner in the 37 out of San Bruno finished in the 5th spot. That rounds out our top 5 for the mini stocks. Here's what they had to say in victory lane.
Tom Brown, once again, congratulations. You led it flag to flag. Pretty much a dominating win here at Antioch here tonight in the mini stocks.
Well, thank you. I was a little concerned when they watered the track, but Chad, you guys did a great job tonight. It came right in. It was a little soupy at first, but it came in really, really nice. You guys are in for a show tonight.
You were always one of the top contenders every time the mini stocks are here at Antioch Speedway. Just tell us, what is it about Antioch that you really love and you have really good success here?
We're trying different things. You know, when we first started doing this, I ran into Chris Porter at Stockton, and he is fast. And whenever he comes here, he's always a contender to win. And I was a little intimidated. I'm sorry to see that he didn't make it tonight for the main event.
All right, there you have it. But give us a shout out to your sponsors and who helps you get up and down the road and makes this thing wicked fast every time you're here on the racetrack.
Of course, Bob Davis from Power Pole Service. Jeremy Gensville helps me in the pits. Cardiac Scott helps me. Beth Webster. Sam at San Rosa Transmission and Car Care. Steve at North Bay Fab. Quite a few others.
Alrighty, fans, well there you have it, your winner in the mini stocks. Give it up once again for Tom Brown.
This is the coolest thing I ever got for winning a race. Thank you, Chad.
The Delta Dwarf Cars were next on the racetrack, with Captain Chaos Danny Wagner taking home the win. He's out of Bay Point, California in that 11 Double D, a very tired Danny Wagner. Followed by Kevin Moralio on the 40 Double D. He's out of Pleasanton, California. He's also the 2020 and 2021 national champion for the Veterans Division for the Dwarf Cars. Third was Dennis Gilcrease, Dangerous Dennis Gilcrease, we call him. He's got his new nickname out of Pittsburgh, California in a 36 Double D. He finished third again. And Scott Dahlgren out of Valco, California in a 21 Double D finished 4th. And 5th was our 2020 track champion, Travis Day, in that 88 Double D out of Concord, California. Next out on the racetrack were the always exciting Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, and you can always count on a great field for the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks. Jeff Vancourt in the 70S out of Brentwood, California, took home the win on Saturday night. That was great to see him in victory lane. Jared Baugh in the 07 out of Pittsburgh, California, finished second. Great run for him. Kenneth Robles in the 78K finished third. He's out of Rio Vista, California. Then Brentwood's Grayson Baca finished in the 4th spot in that 9Z. And of course, Jake Betancourt, the son of the winner Jeff, took home 5th place in that 29J car out of Brentwood, California. Here's what Jeff had to say in victory lane.
Stock winner in the 70s machine, Jeff Vancourt. Man, I got to talk to you a little bit. Picked up the first win of the season for you here.
Yes, I did. I needed that. That was a long time coming. But it was a tough race. Those guys raced me clean. I know on the restarts, so we had a lot of restarts. And having to battle at 07, never felt them. He raced me super clean, allowed me to pick my lines, and it really worked out for me.
Yeah, and we were talking about earlier the penny for thoughts. Now you guys are starting side by side versus the Texas restarts. Do you feel like that hurts, or you feel like it kind of helps you a little bit? How was your head at with it?
Well, it definitely hurts because there's a chance that he can really pull away right away. You know, with the Texas restart, you can be ahead and pick your line right away, and you kind of leave everything else to them behind it. So it's a lot, and I cringed every time.
Yeah, with Jared Baugh and also Kenneth Robles coming up there, but you were able to hold on. You talked about a little bit earlier. You had a lot of times when you came close. You came close. It got taken away from you, or it was a bobble or something, but you finally picked up the win here this year.
Finally picked up the win. Like you said, I came close, second, third, and I just never pushed it over the edge. And it's just tonight.
There you have it. Well, Jeff, give us a shout out to your sponsors and the people who help you get up and down the road, man.
Oh, I give a shout out to Bedford Brothers Construction, obviously my company, but man, they do support me. And my son, Jake, who we race, we come out here without any pit crew. It's usually just me and him, and we got to support each other to get us out there. And tonight I did have an up-and-coming racer, Carl Waters, who's putting together a car, and he came out and helped really make a big difference.
Alrighty, fans, well there you have it. Jeff Vancourt picking up the win and picking up his first win as well of the season.
And our last main event of the evening were the Wingless Sprint Cars, where Kevin Box out of Antioch, California, in that 2-car took home the win. He was followed by Rowan Silverling in the 77S out of Concord, California. Ethan Lanfrey finished third in the 31P. Ethan out of Milpitas, California. Jeff Scotto winning his first heat race earlier in the evening out of Brentwood, California, in that 92A, took home 4th. Great job, Jeff. And James East out of, I have San Jose, California. My race pass is Oakley, California, so he's out of somewhere. James East out of in the number 71, finishing in the top 5. Congratulations, all 5 of them. Here's what victory lane sounded like.
Kevin, what a run!
Wasn't too bad, huh?
No, you got out there, you had to battle a little bit. You got out there, and
The track looked like you had to work around Ryan, and to me you were a faster car, but it just was not a good track to pass on for you down where he was running, because that's where you wanted to be.
No, every time over here is so slick, we couldn't really gain any ground over here, but around 1 and 2, I knew one of these times if I could just hang around him, I can get him. And yeah, it worked out.
So 2nd win in the last couple of weeks, right?
I think it went back to back.
Yeah, there you go. That's not bad, huh?
Well, actually, my mom wasn't here for the last one, so I had to win with her here this time. So.
That's your little crew chief there?
Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
So once you got around him, you were able to pull out a little bit, and you showed that you had the faster car, and you're able to keep a comfortable lead out there that way. But some of the cars behind you started working a higher line, and that seemed to be working. Did you ever think about going upstairs at all?
No, I set up on the bottom. No, if there's a little something up there, yeah, I think about it, but I just never seen anything out here to really rip up there. So on the bottom, make the car as wide as you can, and here we go.
All right, Kevin Box with you. I want to say thanks for helping you get out here.
Mom, Dad, kid, Norm's Auto, and yeah, that's about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Kevin Box, winner of tonight's Wingless Sprint Car main event.
It was a great night of racing this past Saturday night. Congratulations to all our winners. Tom Brown for the mini stocks, Captain Chaos Danny Wagner for the Delta Dwarf Cars, Jeff Betancourt in the Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks, and Kevin Box in the Wingless Sprint Cars. And again this weekend, July 31st, 2021, we have 5 great divisions in store for you. The Wing 360 Sprint Cars are going to be in the house. The Wingless Sprint Cars are going to be back. The Delta Dwarf Cars will be back. The Jay's Mobile Welding Hobby Stocks and the Valley Sportsman joining in with the hardtops at Antioch Speedway this Saturday night, the 31st of July, 2021. I'll be watching on Antioch Speedway TV as my broadcast partner, Joe Peterson, leads the way this weekend and next weekend while I am out of town on personal business. So don't forget to tune in. Be at the racetrack. I'll still be doing the pre-race show live and direct from New York. I'll be doing interviews in California. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully it all works out technology-wise. You never know, right? So that's gonna do it for this week's Wylie's Race Report. Again, next week, because I'm out here, I'm gonna have a special episode of Wylie's Race Report tomorrow night, Friday night, the 30th of July. I'm heading down to the Chemung Speedrome, racing at the Drome. It is a track I grew up 8 miles from my house where I grew up, and I was never able to go because it didn't reopen after closing in 1978. It reopened in the year 2000 right after I moved to California. This has been a bucket list of mine for a long time, so I'm gonna go and do a show down there at the Chemung Speedrome tomorrow out of Chemung, New York, and I'll have that for you next week. You don't wanna miss it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, a special episode of Wylie's Race Report on the road as I take a lap around the country, going to the Chemung Speedrome tomorrow, and I'll have that coming up next week on Wylie's Race Report. That's going to do it for this edition of Wylie's Race Report. I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, good night, everybody. Hard Charger Kevin out of Pleasanton, California. National veteran Dwarf Car champion, and I can almost talk. The Delta Dwarf Cars were next in the racetrack. And out next, last on the racetrack, keep going. They took home the win with Kevin, fudge.